keep young minds safe as they navigate the World Wide Web, Meta is launching a free curriculum designed to teach and empower kids to recognize the signs of online exploitation. And joining us this morning to talk about its new program is Jen Hanley with Meta. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me today.
If you don't mind, let's dive into some deeper detail about what this program actually includes.
Yeah, well, we're really excited to launch this partnership with Child Help, a leading online safety organization here in the U.S., and we're delivering curriculum. It is expert-backed and informed, as well as free for schools, for educators, and for organizations that reach middle schoolers and teens across the country to utilize. And it's all about spotting those signs of potential exploitation online, what to look out for in terms of signs of grooming or things like sextortion, and what to do about it. So it really is meant to help empower and educate young people to look for those signs and know what to do if they encounter something problematic online.
Are you able to discuss a little bit about what some of those red flags are?
Yeah, that's it. That's what we call it. Look out for the red flags, for young people to really understand some behaviors that might, indicate that someone is trying to exploit them. So, for example, if someone's asking you to take things to another platform, or if they're coming on just too strong, too quickly, like those are some of the signs of it. And, we have a number of different things within the curriculum, a robust facilitator's guide for educators, parents, or community leaders, as well as these lesson plans for young people and some fun kind of interactive videos to make sure that young people are understanding the content that they're learning about and can put these skills in practice in real life.
So how was this program actually created and put together?
Yep. So we worked with the organization Child Help to help organize it, but we actually brought in experts as well and those who work with young people. So the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children was one of our partners on this. Thorn, as well as some academics like the University of New Hampshire, Crimes Against Children, and some other universities to really help inform the work. That's what really makes this a first of its kind new curriculum for young people. It's those experts that really engaged and help provide the advice for the project, as well as the fact that it's free and available to use across the country, whether you already participate in Child Help's curriculum in your school or want to bring it to your school or your community organization.
All right, lastly, what other efforts is Meta taking right now to ensure online safety?
Yeah, so this actually builds on a number of the efforts that we've been doing in recent years. So we recently launched something called Teen Accounts last fall. Those are automatic defaults, built-in protections for young people that applies directly to their accounts, like messaging restrictions, privacy by default. We also have things like parental supervision. And in recent years, we've taken a number of steps to help protect young people from potential bad actors online, as well as other education, like a PSA related to sextortion. So this builds on some of the tools that we've already released, and it's really meant to complement it to help educate young people.
All right, Jen, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much.